You want to start your own first project in the quantum field and you're looking for funding, or you want to donate money to the quantum community and you don't have your own family office but want to actually donate a small amount of money, then listen up for today's episode, because today we are looking into the Unitary Foundation. And with that, let's hop right into it. Let's start on their website. So here we are on the website of the Unitary Foundation. It says, because evolution is unitary, Unitary Foundation is a 501c3 non-profit helping create a quantum technology ecosystem that benefits the most people. So we do three main things. First one is microgrants. We run a grant program to fund explorers across the world to work on quantum technologies. Do you have an idea for a project? Apply for microgrants, see FAQ and previous grants. So this is if you have an idea in your mind and you want to get a little grant to get off and started with it. Then there's the research side. So we do our own research to help the ecosystem as a whole. For example, we are developing MIT-IQ, an open source toolkit for error-mitigated quantum programming, Metric with Q at the end, an open source community platform for sharing quantum tech benchmarks, and UCC, an open source quantum compiler collection. And then the third one is on the community side, which of course is also very close to what we are doing here. We are also a quantum community on this channel, right? So the Unitary Foundation says we host an open source quantum tech community that runs hackathons and events on our Discord. We have a look at our calendar. And just to say, so this community approach is also something that we've seen with other ones before. And if you haven't seen the videos about the other companies, go check out the Hidden Quantum Champions playlist here on the YouTube channel. So now let's move on. We give a $4,000 US cash grant to quantum tech projects. Projects could be open source quantum software, educational materials, maybe this one here, not sure, and workshops, a new quantum sensor prototype, or much more. Our program is designed to be as simple as possible. No organizational affiliation required, just a short form and a 2-minute video. For more information or to check on your application, check on your application email, and then there is the email to apply for that. Furthermore, there are latest updates down here. So you see from December, I think this is December, right? Depends on which notation it is. But yeah, there are some 2025 updates here as well. And I'm recording this end of December 2025. Furthermore, there's small information down here on the supporters. So learn more about our corporate membership program. And we see there are like core members like IBM Quantum, Dora Hex, and then Open Quantum Design. And then supporting members like, for example, AWS. There's also Classic, Microsoft, Mozilla Foundation, Orange, QS, Sandbox AQ, QCware, QM, so Quantum Machines, and River Lane. And there are also other supporters down here, and there is companies from the quantum space, like for example, what do we have here? IQM, INQ, Q Control, Candela, and so on. But also private people. So you see here a list of names of people that are contributing or supporting privately on this project. Furthermore, there are some testimonials down here. For example, the CTO software of Xanadu, Nathan Killeran, says open source software will be critical for an emerging technology like quantum computing, and Unitary Foundation is a torchbearer in the field. We've had many great collaborations with Unitary Foundation in the past and look forward to continued work together to build the future of quantum open source. Furthermore, there's an advisory board, I guess here, some notes on the core team, and the board of directors mentioned down here as well. This website is hosted on GitHub, code of conduct, privacy policy, and so on, the usual things. There's an email newsletter to subscribe to, and there's a way to join the Discord community. So that's basically, let's say, the standard overview. There's also some survey results that are live now on the QoSS. So this is the Quantum Open Source Survey. And these are being published here as well. So there are information on the demographics and so on, software for applications and tools, so quantum error correction software, open source software development and research, community, read the results. And there are some, let's say, highlighted things here like learning mentorship training, accessibility and equity, technical feedback and suggestions, and so on and so forth. And yeah, go and check out if you are interested in more about that. Now, let's quickly go into the microgrants, because that might be interesting to you as well. I'm not going to go into the application part, but I'm hopping into the FAQ, so the frequently asked questions. So, can anyone apply to the grant? Yes, applicants can be any age from any country. No credentials are required. What type of project qualifies for consideration? We've seen that before, right? So we are interested in projects that leverage and support quantum technology to benefit humanity. Projects are non-strictly required to be open source or open publication, though we recommend it as a starting point. It is, however, important to provide a rationale in your application for any exceptions. For example, if you think it'd be best for the world to reserve the IP for a company, and so on and so forth. Is there a recommended duration for the project? Do I need to start my project immediately when accepted? What happens next when I win? I guess that's something that also a lot of people are interested in. So here it says we'll publish a list of all winners on the Unitary Foundation, and you will receive 50% of your grant upfront. Payment will come by PayPal or wire transfer. Additionally, you can opt into receiving expanded access to cloud-based quantum hardware from Rigetti, Azure Quantum, IBM Quantum. Read our blog to post about the IBM Quantum benefits here. Around the midpoint of your project, we'll check in with you for progress update before sending the second half of your grant. Finally, we'll do a follow-up phone call or email upon the completion of your project to hear how it went, and we'll ask to submit a short summary that can be posted online. Then there's more information here on the halfway check-in. What happens if the project doesn't progress sufficiently in the first half? What are the key dates for applying? I guess that's also important. There are no key dates. Applications are rolling until all grant money has been allocated. What kind of projects are you looking for? I think we've seen that. Do you fund projects that are contributions of existing open source projects? Yes, in many cases, contribution to an existing project package will help your work have a lot more impact. We have often recommended this approach to applicants. How will you select the winners? Maybe also interesting. We are looking for smart people with interesting ideas that could be useful for the world. We pay extra attention to projects that seem like they won't get funded another way. What are project funds often used for? I have a job. Can I still apply? Yes, anyone can apply. Can teams apply? Yes, multiple people can apply together. Can I apply multiple times? Yes, you can apply as often as you like. You can win multiple times, and we will consider repeating funding to continue to grow a project to the next level. I love the idea and I want to help. Yes, thank you for being awesome. If you want to contribute in any way, please write an email to this address here. Any strings attached. The money is a gift, so no strings attached, I guess, except of course, what you're writing into the application, right? How long after applying should I expect a reply? We aim to get back to application within a month, so that's also good to know. Are applications private? Yes. And where did you get the idea for this? And that's also very interesting. This program is inspired by and directly borrowed from Nat Friedman, Daniel Gross, and their AI grant program. Thanks, Nat and Daniel. The program is inspired by and borrows from elements from Nadia Egbal and there are no strings attached grant program. Thanks, Nadia. So that's kind of, let's say, the rough schedule, what it looks like. From my point of view, a very interesting setting, a very interesting setup. Definitely worth checking out. There's also some information here about the grants that have been granted already by the Unitary Foundation. So it says we've awarded more than 100 microgrants over 31 plus countries, resulting in 420 plus papers, citing microgrant research, 40 plus new libraries, 400 plus contributors and maintainers, and helping to form 3 new startups and 1 new non-profit. And here you can see, let's say, a long list of those. They are sorted by the years. So these are like just what they've been doing in 2025. There's 2024 as well, 2023, 2022, 2021, 2020. And if we scroll all the way down, we see here 2018, which is the first year that this has been, I guess, started in, or at least the first year that things have been published. And you see there are like some, I guess, project-related ones. So here you see that this is like a project for machine learning with near quantum related stuff. But there are also some let's say, not project-focused, but people-focused ones that have been kind of, expressed by people. So here you see, for example, that this has been granted to an individual to follow a certain project. So sometimes you see the names of the people, sometimes you only see the project-related information down here. And let's quickly check what has, for example, been funded in 2025. If we're looking at that, we see, for example, let me just pick a random one, or not so random one, just pick some of it. For example, here from Finland, quantum computing for software engineers to somebody for quantum computing for software engineers, a free book about the full software stack of superconducting quantum computers targeted towards programmers with no exposure to quantum who are willing to learn its practical aspects. And then if you click on it, you can also learn more about it, or maybe not. Here I think it's not yet more information published, but you've seen down below that, like in other cases, there are also links to the projects already available. Okay, so that is about the grants, but you've seen there's also another couple of information there. So there's also research. You've seen that they have these 3 projects here. I mentioned them before, which are in the open source, let's say, scope. MITIC as the mitigation open source software, Metric with Q as well as the metrics or benchmarking software, and UCC as the compiler collection. And then there's also publications linked here. There's this community aspect. So if you click, for example, on it, you will be forwarded to the Discord community. Actually, there are quite a lot of people on there. So you see it's like 5,500 members. I'm translating now from the German and from the German part here, and then 500 people are online. Besides that, you can also see there are events linked over here. I'm again recording this end of December 2025. So you see here there's like events basically every single day, office hours, community calls, and so on and so forth. Besides that, there is also a way to donate, as I mentioned before. So you can put a donation here. There are some stories also here about that. So Evolve with Us, a Unitary Foundation giving Tuesday, because evolution is unitary. Unitary Foundation is dedicated to fostering an open source and accessible quantum technology ecosystem that benefits the most people. This Giving Tuesday, we invite you to join us in a crucial mission to empower the next generation of quantum explorers. Our support isn't just a donation. Your support isn't just a donation. It's a quantum leap for our community. And then here you can donate via PayPal, And there is also a goal, a donation goal. The target is $4,000 for 2025. Here it says, this year our goal is simple and specific, to have a community entirely underwrite a UF microgrant. A $4,000 grant provides vital, unrestricted funding to an exceptional explorer working on open source software, education materials, or a cutting-edge quantum project. This is how we seed innovation and ensure that great ideas, regardless of institutional affiliation, have the support they need to thrive. Help us to fund brilliance, donate today, and then there's the call for donation. There's also different levels of donation. So for all donors, recognition in our annual report, and endless gratitude, of course, for making the quantum future more open. And then if you reach the 250 step, the name will be listed on the website. We've seen that before, right? There are like names listed down there. And then for 500, you also receive a special exclusive gift from the team. I guess that is something related to what you find here in the shop, and I will show that to you in a second. Besides that, there's also some more information down here, and you can also, there's the merch shop, and I thought there was also somewhere some notion on how close we are actually to, all the way up. So there is also a notion here of how close this is. So end of December, 3,715. So only a very tiny little bit left until the 4,000 goal. So of course, this video will only go online in 2026. So if you are watching this, go check out and make sure that this bar for 2026 is moving a little bit forward. Finally, a quick note here on the shop. So there's a shop, you can get stickers, you can get t-shirts with different logos. For example, this one, these ones here, which are, I guess, event themed, and other ones as well. And with that, I think this was the Unitary Foundation. I hope you liked it. And if you don't want to miss out on the next video, make sure to subscribe to this channel. And with that, as always, make sure to stay hydrated. And then see you in the next one. Bye-bye.